My last couple videos have been all about transitioning from winter to spring, tuning into our bodies as they adapt to the weather change. It's something we rarely pay attention to, and I felt called to continue chatting about spring in this video. So I thought I'd share the recipe for one of my favorite spring drinks, an iced beetroot latte. Now I know what you're thinking. Excuse me, why am I putting beetroot in my drink? Well, let me tell you. Beetroot adds a beautiful color to this drink, and let's be honest, when it comes to food, we do be judging a book by its cover. Beetroots are also high in antioxidants, which help reduce the risk of disease, so it's not just a pretty face. And most importantly for me, making indulgent drinks that take no more than 5 to 10 minutes at home reduces my chances of stopping by a fancy ass coffee shop for a pick-me-up, and that saves me a shit ton of money. Even if you're a beetroot skeptic, take a leap of faith and try this recipe out. I have made this drink for so many beetroot haters, and not one of them has spat it out, so high praise. To make this beetroot latte, you're going to need 1 big or 2 small cooked beetroots, chopped, some whole spices, and salt. I chose cardamom, but you can use cinnamon or nutmeg instead. 2 to 3 tablespoons of sweetener. I chose rose syrup, but you can use date syrup or maple syrup. A splash of vanilla, 2 cups of milk, and some optional coffee. Just a note, if you skip the coffee, your latte will come out a little brighter. Just in case you don't have access to cooked beets, I wanted to show you how you can cook them. After scrubbing the skin clean, I usually submerge them in water and boil over medium heat for 20 to 40 minutes, depending on their size. I pierce a fork into them at 15 minutes to check their doneness and then decide how much more time they need. If you don't want to boil the beetroot, you can also steam or roast them covered with some water in the oven. Once the beetroot is done cooking, I peel their skin with a knife. And then chop them into cubes so that they blend quicker. This recipe makes enough for 3 regular size lattes or 2 large size lattes, but you can also double the quantity of beets if you want to have beetroot lattes for the whole week. Okay, let's get started with our latte. If you're adding coffee to your latte, you should make that first so that it has a chance to cool down a little. I just added 1 teaspoon of coffee granules to a glass with some boiling water and then stirred that up. I then blended up the beetroot, spices, sweetener, vanilla, and 1 cup of milk. We're saving the other cup of milk to top off our lattes later. Taste test your beetroot mixture and decide whether it needs more sweetener. Keep in mind that this is going to be used for 2 to 3 drinks, so you might want it fairly sweet. Once it's done blending, I like to strain the beetroot mixture so that any larger bits of whole spices or beetroot fiber get left behind. And now we're ready to assemble. To your coffee, add some ice, beetroot mixture, and top it off with milk. Maybe try not to drop like me, but if you do, no sweat, the drink will still turn out beautiful. Every time I drink a beetroot latte, it instantly puts me in a good mood. If you try this recipe out, I hope it does the same for you. Let me know whether you like the drink or not in the comments below, and hope you enjoy the rest of spring.